Hola a todos. Hello everyone. My name is Sandra Wilson. I'm from Colombia and I'm a senior fellow at Junior Achievement of New York. And today I'm with Dipika and Anuz at the podcast At the End of the Day.
Sandra, thank you so much for being in our podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
So I basically knew you through this recent moth storytelling session organized by New Women New Yorkers, right?
Right.
And you were terrific as a storyteller. You talked about your initial days in the US, so that really motivated me and that made me approach you for the podcast. And now, today, I would really love to, both of us are willing to learn about your journey in the US. You have been in the US for 2 years, right?
For 2 years, yes.
So if you could quickly walk through, what was your first year like?
Okay, so everyone said like marriage is like on the first year like the honeymoon. Mm-hmm. So for me it wasn't. Actually it was so hard, especially in the beginning because I like left like everything in my country. Like I left my friends, my family, my job, but I came here with the love with my husband, and then I said like okay. Like happiness and love is like what I really want, but it was so hard.
Like
waiting
hard
for
in terms of like what?
Like waiting for like actually for my work permit, okay. like job, and obviously he had to like go to work, bring the bacon home, right. Because we need to eat. But then he spent like many hours at his job, and it was like here by my own. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't speak the language very well. I left like my job. I didn't have like anything like an activities, and I was like afraid of like to go outside and see like how like people behave. So it was like kind of like hard. But I think of his like he encouraged me to, and he say like Sandy, you have like everything like skills, like a good charisma, so you can do whatever you want. And
what were you doing back home in Colombia?
So I was like my last job was an advisor for a government institution that provide houses to people who had like houses in risks, like I mean in areas that aren't allowed. And they have just to like move to another, like resettle. Okay. And because I'm a sociologist, so I help them with the all like social like process. Mm-hmm. So like to understand first that like natural disaster can happen like anytime, and even like they like have a lot of like sentimental like values. Yes. They need just to like go out of their houses to another one. Yeah. And obviously that process is hard for everyone. Right, right. So they have just to understand, and I was like doing like all that kind of job like social with the government with them.
You are currently working at Junior Achievement of New York as a senior fellow, right?
Yes.
So how did the transition go through?
Junior Achievement of New York is like a chapter of a big global organization that is located in 124 countries, and one is Colombia. Mm-hmm. So when I was a student, like middle school, I received my first program of Junior Achievement, and so I was like Junior Achievement alumni. And when I graduated from college, I worked for Junior Achievement Colombia for 3 years as a program coordinator. So I know the organization programs very, very well. But through Ariel and New Women's New Yorkers, that is the program that I took when I arrived here to develop my like confidence and like everything here. So one of her emails said like Junior Achievement is looking for a fellow, and I say, oh my goodness, that's for me. Wow. That's for me. I know the organization. Why not? And I remember telling my husband like, oh, and he said, okay, let's do your resume. Let's and because in New Women's New Yorker programs, they provide us like skills how to write a resume, because in different countries are like completely
resumes,
different.
yeah.
And for example, in Colombia, as many like things that you can put in your resume, if it's like 50 pages is better.
Yeah.
But here it's just one page, so we have just to like work on that. And finally, I had my first like telephone interview, and then the personal one, and finally like they called me and say like, we want you,
Wow.
and now it has been like 7 months.
Oh, nice.
Yes, working there.
Sandra, I was just wondering, did you reach out to the connection that you had in Colombia to get in touch with the people in your office right now?
Yeah, when you were doing the job application process, did you use any connection?
No,
Okay.
no at all. Obviously, in my resume, I
You
like
mentioned, yeah.
I put it like I work in Junior Achievement Colombia,
Right.
and probably they were like interested in that,
Yeah.
but not at all. Obviously, like after I got the job, I called, like I text my boss there, and I say like, I'm working at Junior Achievement of New York, and he was so happy because I remember when I actually resigned there, because I knew that I have to move to America,
Right.
and I want just to spend time with my parents that year after like planning our wedding.
Okay.
So,
Wow. So before the Junior Achievement job happened, what were you doing before that?
actually, and I can to say like it's my husband, the one who always encouraged me, like you can do whatever you want. And first, for example, when I was like very bored, he bought me a laptop and said like, okay, let's do some courses. Like there are like free courses, and he encouraged me to do like a free code camp that is for like coding. Have to like learn CSS and HTML. That is like a new language for me. Even it's like my third language because it's hard. And like how to do the computer like skills, like because you can like use like Word, like Excel, but like the keys are like different in Spanish. So if you want to save a document in Spanish, you put like Control G, that is guardar, but here is Control S, that is save. So you have just to do like, and it makes your like job easier because you just have just to do it faster than other commands. So he bought me a laptop, so I started like studying by my own. But then I said, like, okay, I was at the house, but what about if I go to the library? So I started like going outside, exploring the city. I found like at the library many flyers, like English conversation class by free. And I found one that is like free for immigrants that live in New York City. And I started like taking classes, ESL classes, Monday to Friday. He also bought me like a membership of Planet Fitness, that is a club, so like a fitness. So I started like getting like muscles, getting muscles. My time were like improving, and I got like really busy doing things that I never had like the opportunity in Colombia, because I was busy there, like just working. So I exercise, I exploring like the city, and I'm pretty sure I know many places that people like living here.
That the locals?
Exactly, they don't know. Even like with my husband, last time we went to the Statue of Liberty, because I say, you have been here for more than 30 years and you haven't been there. You have to go. So we have to go. So
by the way, he's not the only one. I haven't been to Statue of Liberty. So it's quite common.
Exactly. So, and when did you start volunteering, and how did the thought of volunteering come in your mind?
So as I told you, because obviously like I was exploring the city, but I said like, okay, I need to do something that helped me to like build my professional career here. And I found like close to Union City is an organization that is called like Palisade Family Social Center, and they do like homework club. So it's helping like children to do homework after school.
Wow.
So and I say, okay, like children they speak like slower than like normal like grown-ups adults. So why not? And like 2 + 2 is always in anywhere like 4. So I say okay, so I can help them. So I start volunteer in. That it was like October, like it was like pretty quick, and in Union City also there is a very like huge like Spanish community, so also was like easier, like students also understand Spanish, so so it was like very nice, and that's why I love it, like the connections that you can do it with through like networking with people, and it's because after that. The coordinator of the Palisade Family Self Center, he was the one who said, like, Sandra, I know like you're here like volunteering, but there is another organization that partner with us, and they have like they're paying for volunteer, like doing like homework after school, but they pay you, so let's do it. Like you have just to apply there. And when I got my work permit, that was my first job there because I applied. And I was the Jubilee Center of Hoboken, helping like students after school with their homework. So I went with their like counseling them second graders.
Okay. So when you were teaching, when you were helping students with homework, was it only maths or other subjects as well?
Other subjects as well. Like science, and especially like I was like so impressed because I have learned I remember things from my school. So because this is like biology or like things like they even like I learned from American like history because they learn in school. So about like why we have like 50 states, like what it means, like the 13 bars, like the 13 columns. Like, so I learned a lot of things about like America too through them.
Wow. And what did you feel like? How hard was it to teach and make the students understand? Because I believe the teaching technique in the schools must be different in the US and in Colombia. So did you have difficult time convincing your students when you were helping them with the homework? Was it difficult to explain?
It was a little like hard, and I think like education is like very different, but the education is the key, and I think if we want like a change in our society, education is the key. And I think like I have a very good connection with children, and even like junior achievement, because junior achievement mission is to teach like different programs at the schools. So we have like connections, and I'm pretty good like connecting with the students. Even like each person is totally different.
Yes.
So I get like the process with each of the students.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And Sandra, I was just wondering, when you came here for the first time, you didn't go for the odd surviving jobs, but you went out for volunteering. You went out to
read.
You went
exercise.
You went out to improve your language skill. You went out to learn how to build resume, this kind of stuff. So what made you do that?
I could say like my husband, like he really like said, like, because in the beginning I was like, oh no, I need to find like a job immediately, and I can work in McDonald's, and it's fine if I work there. But he say like, no, Sandy, like you have your bachelor's degree, you're a professional, you need to like just like find a job in your field.
Okay.
So and that's why he bought me the laptop. He's say the one who all the time. One time I found like a big like package from Amazon. I have like an Oxford dictionary.
Dictionary today.
He also bought me like books like to like how to. There is a very nice book, and I actually still use it. That say how to say. Okay, so for example, they have like different phrases when you like need to say thank you, or when you need to like apply for a job.
Wow.
So and it's like a huge book, like yellow book, but they say how to say.
How to say. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna note it down. How to say, in case our audience or viewers are interested. How to say. Okay.
Yeah, it's a yellow book, but it's like with a lot of information and the ways that you can say it, like different things. And so.
And that's all in English.
It's just in
So
English.
basically communication skills
Yes.
for US. Okay.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
Like the dictionary, he also bought me like books, like also like the notebooks, like how to do, and that was a very nice exercise that I have done, and it's like I have my own journal.
Okay.
So each day I like wrote like everything that I woke up at 6 a.m. in the morning. I went to the gym, training for like 2 hours, then took a shower, and at nighttime, and that was like something that I really appreciate of him. He took the time to like read and also like make like circles. That is fine. No, it's better if you say that
my
like
God.
thing.
Oh, really?
We did that exercise for like months. Obviously, like now, like I stopped.
Anyway, so now we have come to the end of the podcast, Sandra. If there is something you wanted to do different while you came to America, what would that be?
I will start like learning English before
Coming here?
yes,
Okay.
to be coming here, and even like very young, and that's why I say like if I will start a family here, I'm pretty sure I will encourage to learn as many things as they, because humans, we can learn like everything. It's not about age, it's not about, but even if it's earlier in your life, it will be better.
Better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Mhm.
Yes.
And there might be so many of our audience who might reach out to you for any career advice. What would be a best way to get in touch with you?
SANX,
X
yes, IH
H
E
E
RACE @gmail.com.
Okay.
Okay. And if you are emailing Sandra, make sure you mention at the end of the day in the subject title so that Sandra knows where these emails are coming from.
I like the way that you said, no matter where you are on the earth, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Yeah.
And on that note, it's time to say bye-bye. But before we say bye-bye, we would like to thank English Speaking Union, Arnik, for providing us this wonderful space to record this podcast. And Arnik and English Speaking Union provides free English classes and free professional development skills to the newly arriving immigrants.
And yeah, thank you for watching and listening to our podcast. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you find us. And do log into our website, podcast@theendoftheday.com, to watch and listen to previous episodes.
Yes. On that note, it's time to say bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, a quick note. If you have a personal story that you think might be helpful to the newly arriving immigrants in the US, please contact us. We would love to feature you in our podcast. Go to our website, podcast@theendoftheday.com, and write to us by going to the feedback section.
And by the way, if you love this podcast, you can support us with a small donation. Your help will enable us to continue producing more episodes. The link to support our podcast is in the description below.